Today on the grid, join me and Kuna, the Rocket Man, Real Man Canahan, for our first blind photo critique show of 2021. We've got some lovely giveaways today. And when does it start? In 30 seconds.
The grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another live episode of The Grid. Scott Kelby here with the Real Man, the Canahan, the Rocket Man, the I Just Had a Birthday Man, Kuna Man. Hey, Erik.
Hey, Scott. How's it going?
It's going well. You look a little older.
I am. I'm a little older.
You look a little
every second.
Wow, but you don't look any older. You look the same as you have looked since the day I met you.
Oh, I don't
timeless.
know about that.
You're timeless. Anyway, Erik had a birthday last week.
I did. Yeah.
So yeah, you know who else had a birthday? Magic Wand.
Oh yes, Magic Wand.
Magic Wand is now 68.
Yep.
No, Wand's young. He's super young. He's just a pup. He's just a pup. All right. Today is Blind Photo Critiques Day. We asked our viewers to send in photos that they want to have critiqued. We're going to critique them. And for those of you who are new today, son of a gun, now that I'm thinking about it, I forgot to send out my tweet that says, hey, we're about to start the show. So if you guys could do it for me.
But, I will say this, we're doing these blind critiques. And if you want to send out that tweet, go for it.
You say something.
But I think,
what's, go one up on Erik.
What's really cool about the blind critiques that I've noticed over the last few months, and I'm hoping it continues today, is it seems like every time we do these, they're getting a little better and a little better and a little better. I mean, every once in a while we'll hit stuff that, maybe we can't even show. But overall, it's getting better and better and better, which I love. I love to see people improving, and I've even seen people that have submitted years ago that submitting again and stuff like that. So that's really cool to see. We got a bunch of prizes today as well. So we have the Platypod goosenecks we're going to be giving away today. So that's a great accessory for your Platypod. And then Rick Salmon is giving away his Photo Quest book today. So we've got that. And then we have another book, Light on the Landscape by William Neal, that we're giving away. And then the Boris Effects Optics. Love that plugin. Plugin for Photoshop and Lightroom. You can do all this different color grading, adding film stocks, rendering effects, really cool stuff. And then we're giving away a SlickPick portfolio account over at slickpick.com. This is for photographers, it's designed for photographers. So it's for you having a portfolio online. And if you want to just register for SlickPick, you can save 25% by going to slickpick.com/Kelby1 and you get 25% off your SlickPick account. So we got all that stuff. All you have to do to win any of those prizes that we talked about is just leave us a comment. Tell us where you're from. If you have any questions or comments about the critiques, leave a comment or just tell us what you'd like to win. So that's how you enter. So just leave a comment. There you go.
Wow. Well covered. All right. Nicely done, Mr. Kuna. Thank you. And let me get my computer ready. We're going to do the first one. I just have to launch an app that makes this all happen. It's called the app that makes it all happen. Let me hit that. Let me know in the control room if everything looks good, and we'll bounce into this thing we call life.
All right. We got it.
Just give me 1 second to get the first round of images up here because the world's slowest app is launching, also known as Adobe Bridge 2021. Officially the slowest crap app of 20.
The Bridge.
Yeah, it's crap. It's still, after all these years, it's still a terrible app.
I think I've just got to the point where I don't even install it on my computer.
It's just bouncing. It won't even launch. That's how good it is.
I don't even install it anymore. It's one of those, it doesn't go on the computer.
Seriously, it's not launching. Yeah. Let me just force
quit it. You can go into Adobe and just say, I don't want to install that.
It's crud. But you know what it is? Sometimes when you just need to open a quick image.
I know what you're saying. And
that's what I need to do today. I don't want to import everything into Lightroom. I don't want to manage these images. I don't want them to be part of my life.
Still,
I just want to open a photo in Camera Raw,
The pain. And we're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
For the
Well, while
bridge.
we're waiting, we can talk about what we have coming up next.
Yeah, the Wildlife Conference. This is really cool. So we got our, we've been doing these online conferences. People have been loving them. 2 days fully immersed into a specific topic, and we're going really deep into wildlife photography next. So I'm really excited because we have a lot of awesome wildlife photographers lined up, a lot of awesome classes.
Well, can we tell people who they are? Is it still secret?
I don't think it's not a secret. We just haven't got it up. We've been working on it feverishly and just don't have it up on the website yet. But we could definitely tell them.
All right, it's not working. So Bridge is literally not launching. So I understand that Adobe probably doesn't have the money. It's okay. It's for it to work properly. So it's okay.
So the Wildlife Photography Conference, why he's doing that, you know who we got? We got Moose Peterson's going to be joining us for a bunch of classes. We have Rick Salmon. We got Scott Bourne teaching some classes. Richard Burnaby. We have Christy Odom, who's an awesome Nikon ambassador. We have Alex Kearns. She did a blog post recently, and she does these really neat wildlife portraits that she's going to be teaching. We also have Scott teaching some classes. We have Terry White, and we have a couple others that we're just waiting to finalize, but really exciting stuff. They're on other sides of the globe, put it that way. So we'll see if that. But we're pretty close on that one too.
I had to go with a different route because Stupid Bridge still has not launched. It's just sitting there bouncing in my dock. So it even stopped doing that. Okay, so let's just go ahead. Let's take a look at our first images. Here we go.
Here we go.
And as Erik mentioned, we don't know who took these photos unless you put like a watermark on them or something.
Yes.
And so we are just going
look
to
at
give you our honest opinion here. All right. So these are okay. I
would put it in that same category.
Yeah, they're not awful. They're not real good. And let's take a look at what I would tell this photographer to make the photos better. First off, what is this photo about? Well, I got to imagine it's about the eagle and the, what is it, a hawk? What is that? And I don't know what it is.
See, that's the thing. It's in the shadows. It might be another eagle. It might be a vulture. You don't know what it is.
Right. I don't know what it is. It's a something. All right. But I'll tell you what the photo's not about. This stupid branch,
Those
branch,
trees up there in the
tree.
corners.
It's not about all this other junk. It's just junk that is destroying the picture.
Yeah, you definitely got to get in tighter.
Yeah.
Definitely
so first
gotta
off,
get in
you got to
tighter.
get rid of the junk. Just get rid of it first. I mean, really, unless there's no interaction between these two birds.
Yeah.
If this bird
And
was
one's
looking
flying
up or something.
I can't even tell if one's flying away, flying towards.
Yeah. So just by getting
all
rid
in
of that
shadow.
junk, it's better. But you still have got these. You got to get rid of these and this ugly dead tree. I would rather see a picture of, if it were me, a really good, nice, close-up, sharp picture
of that,
of the eagle,
Yes.
and forget the other bird that we don't even know what it is. I would rather see a sharp picture of that. Unfortunately, it's not a sharp picture.
Yeah, it's not a sharp picture because that's not where you're
Now,
focused.
That doesn't mean that you can't make it sharper by adding all kinds of detail and stuff.
What's the metadata on that? Where are they at?
It is a 16 to 300. They're at 300 millimeter at f11.
Yeah.
So,
see, this is the problem with wildlife. You got to,
you need a 500 millimeter, a 600 millimeter.
600,
Yep.
somewhere out there.
I just bought a brand new lens, a 150 to 600.
Mm-hmm.
And a 600, and it's no bigger than really a 70 to 200, like size-wise.
Yes,
Don't think of the giant, mega lens. It is the size of a 70 to 200 with a lens hood on the end of it. So it's about that same size, but it's 600, and that will get you the close-up, sharp, and I got a Tamron. So the price, what do they pay for that, Eric? Do you remember $1,100, $1,200?
It's about $1,000.
Yeah, it was in that area. It was a really good price, and people rave about this lens. I mean, it's their
There's
like
also
their
a Sigma
latest
one that's really
technology.
nice too. In that same price range, there's a Sigma one.
Sigma
I know
does
you and
make
I, we use Tamron.
We're Tamron guys.
You kind of get to the point where it's like you use certain lenses.
Yeah.
Like, now I will say
Canon or
I'm starting
Tamron?
to use Sigma more in my astrophotography. So it just matters what you like. But the point being, getting out to that 600, that's really what, I mean, unfortunately, with those type of wildlife shots, you got to get there.
Yeah.
You just got to get there.
Right. So to make the kind of
'Cause
shots
you
that
can
you
only
want to
crop
make,
so far.
you need to go twice as close as you are. But either way, you still can crop afterwards, and it's your job to.
But that's the thing is, like, if you looked at what you did and you went back to the original, you
Yeah.
brought it in. If you would have been in twice as close and then cropped even more,
Yeah,
you
you'd
would have had the
a,
shot.
Ooh, yeah.
You would have had the shot.
Right. But at that, the eagle isn't like today.
No, it's not doing anything.
Today in my LinkedIn feed, it just happened to see when I was actually doing a post about today's show, like, hey, turn in your images. I saw somebody had eagle shots. Now he had eagles, and I think they were on a gray background, so he made the background white. And I'm just going to go find that real quick. This is just in my feed today. Like I didn't go find the best eagle shots. This is just a guy on my feed. Give me a second. And Eric, did you do the shout outs?
We haven't done the shout outs. Let's do
Shout
some
out.
shout
I'm
outs.
going to go find it real quick. It was in my feed this
So
morning.
we got people joining us all over. So I see Glenn's joining us from a snowy Calgary. We're feeling like it's snowing here in Florida. It hit like in the 30s last night, so it feels like it's snowing.
All right, here we go. I found it.
All right, there we go.
All right,
Glenworth's joining us
so the
too.
guy's name is Dan Walters, and he said, the overcast skies made from some nice high-key images while photographing this bald eagle.
Yes.
I simply metered off the sky and opened up 2 stops. Look at how sharp and interesting these shots are.
The eagle's doing something of interest.
Yeah, look at these. See that eagle?
Oh, yeah.
That's an eagle doing something.
Yes.
See this? That's an eagle doing something.
Action.
And it's close, and it's tight, and it's sharp, and it's crisp, and it's got detail. It's like everything the other shot isn't. I know we're spending a lot of time on this one photo, but...
Well, but here's the point. That eagle will eventually do something. Sometimes
Yes.
you just got to wait it out.
Yep.
Especially with wildlife photography, that's part of the game. It's just waiting it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, just that's where we're at on that. Let me jump back to the other couple of images. And let me just back up on this one here. It's okay.
Of all the 3, this is what I think is probably the strongest.
Yeah, it's the best of the 3.
Yes.
But you wouldn't go, ooh. And you know what? I mean, that's what you're trying to get. You want a wildlife image where you go, wow, how'd you get that? Not like, oh yeah, there's a bird. Oh, there's another bird. Oh look, there's one. Oh look, he's got something in his mouth and it's not very sharp and in focus.
Yeah. If it's got something it's eating something, it's got to be very sharp. It's got to be distinguishable what it is, and have either that or it just looks like there it looks like, I don't know, it just looks like nothing.
But it's still not a wow shot.
Yeah.
Like, so you got some work to do. Now, it's not a camera settings issue. I'm looking at your settings. They all look fine. It is partially an equipment issue, but it's also a framing and sharpness issue. You're not getting your images as sharp as they need to be.
Yeah.
So you got some work to do. And I don't take this the wrong way, but I think you've got the basis of what you could build on. Sometimes you're just like, I think you've got a basis, but you're going to, to move to that next level, you're going to have to move to that next level. Sharpness, closeness, composition. The sharpness is key, especially with wildlife photos. Those eyes have to be dead sharp. Do you see that guy's eagle shot? Man, those things were sharp and crisp and detailed. Do I think he has better quality stuff than you do? Probably not. But he probably has the right length of image. He's probably using a 600 or a 500.
Yes, and probably working those techniques that you're talking about over the years. I mean,
the sharpness
he's doing the
stuff
composition and waiting for that gesture or the eagle to do something like majestic. That's what you just learn over time.
All right, let me look at something real quick. Hold on. Don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound.
That's what I'll tell you.
Yeah, I just went to 500px and I typed in the word eagle. So 500px is a big site for photographers. Take a look here. This is what you're going for. Now, this is just 500px regular folks sharing their photos. I mean, these are photographers. They're serious.
Yes,
They're not. It's not just. But I mean,
everybody sharing their photos. Yeah.
Yeah. But look at these shots. And what do they all have in common? They're doing something interesting. They're sharp. The shots are clean. Look how clean the shots are.
Okay, so if you look at it, it's either very tight, very detailed, or in flight. But go up a little bit. You see the one where the eagle's in the tree? Oh no,
this
right
one
there.
here.
Right, that's kind of going for what you had. The difference now, I still think that's not the best shot of theirs.
No, that's yeah.
But it has the interesting background and stuff like that. You just got a bald sky.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, the worst shot on this page is way better than what you took.
Yes, there you go.
But if you're wondering, what am I going for? Like, what am I aiming for? This is what you're aiming for. These were not taken with a 300 millimeter unless those eagles were in your backyard.
Yeah, they got to be close.
These are nice and close, and there's lots of good photography here. But anyway, that's to give you an idea.
And there, go up. The branch, there's an eagle sitting on the branch. Go up a little bit more. See that eagle sitting on the branch?
Yeah.
That's what you want the two eagles doing.
Yeah, that's
what you
a
want
lot more
doing.
interesting.
Yes, there you go.
Yep. Okay, so we've beat this poor guy to death, or gal to death. So anyway, you got a little work to do, but that's okay. That's why you send in your images. And believe me, I've had way worse critiques of my photos than you just got. Oh, yeah. I've got some critiques that were like, I remember sitting with Joe McNally and sitting with Dave Black and they're like, "Why? What is this?" And I'm like, "It's a photo." No, it's not. All right, let's move on. All right, let's see what we got here. Hold on, let me get these bad boys open. We're having to struggle here because, well, the bridge never launched. So, but it's not supposed to. It's not
the bridge.
The bridge. There's a reason why it's free. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look. Looks like that is Shanghai.
Shanghai, yeah.
That looks like Nueva York. And that is Hong Kong. And these are great.
Awesome.
These are great. These are everything done right. All right, can I tell you one thing? And people don't think about this when they think about shooting cityscapes. Cityscapes look interesting from up high.
Yeah.
When you're down on the ground and you're shooting a cityscape, that's everybody's view of a cityscape, right? You're all walking around downtown.
Oh, this is my favorite. Yeah, you go to a city, you find tall buildings.
You get a tall building, and it makes all the difference in the world. And this one, obviously, very tall building, and Shanghai is awesome. But what also you have are really killer skies. So you've got great skies. This is from
and great lighting, and you're shooting it at the right time of day.
Right. Hey, by the way, so let me just, I was doing a podcast yesterday with Jefferson Graham. He's got a new series, and he wanted to talk about my favorite places to shoot in New York. He knew I did a class called Where to Shoot New York, and my class is 21 places that Erik and I went to in 24 hours.
24 hours.
In 24 hours. Erik and we had meals and did stuff. Because they even talked about, we went and shot this place, and then we went inside and ate breakfast.
I don't know how we did it.
We did it, though. We did it. And we flew in one night. We got up the next morning, did dawn. We shot it. We left that afternoon. Like by 4 o'clock, we were gone. It was nuts, but it was great. We had a lot of fun. We did the same thing in Chicago.
We even stopped in the cab on the way to the airport to take more spots.
Yeah, we did. Anyhow, one of the places I talked about was exactly where this was taken from. The rooftop observatory of 30 Rockefeller Center. So top of the rock, it's called. And what I pointed out was, what people do when they go to New York is they make the mistake of going up the Empire State Building. It's a nice view, but you're missing the iconic thing that you want in a New York skyline, which is the Empire State Building.
You're never going to have the Empire State Building in the shot if you're shooting from the Empire State Building. You have to shoot from someplace
else, and this is the place to shoot it. And if you turn around, you've got Central Park behind you. So anyway, these are great. This guy's nailing it, or this gal's nailing it. It's on the money.
But you notice too, this is a key with these shots, the time of day, because it's really interesting when you take a shot of the city at that twilight time, because the city lights come on and the city illuminates and starts waking up.
Right, but I do want to say this. It is likely. There are three things that are likely happening here.
I know what you're going for.
Likely number one is they could have done sky replacement.
They could have, yes.
Right.
You definitely could have. Yeah.
Here's the reason why. When the sun is just going down, all the lights in the city are not yet on. that usually happens like literally an hour after sunset.
Yep.
So the technique that we do is you set up your camera on a tripod, you take a shot and get that beautiful sky, but literally, and I've done this, literally, there's just like a light on here or there in the city. An hour and a half later, all the lights are on and you take the second shot. And what you do is you take the beautiful sunset sky and you take the beautiful city at night or at just after, when it gets dark, and you put the two together in Photoshop. It's a very easy process. I think these are all sky replacements. I could be wrong, and I don't even care. I just think these are great shots.
They're done well enough where they could or they couldn't be. I mean, the sky is soft enough where I'm not seeing light come through like it is like the sun rays from sun. That one, yes. That one, I mean, the sun rays coming in on that one, you could argue. I mean,
I'm telling you, because I've been to Hong Kong numerous times. It is one of the hardest places to get anything but a gray sky. It's very, very smoggy. It's like smog city.
But either way you go, it's not. It's great.
It's a great shot. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean
it's your sky.
We're beating it up.
Yeah, well done. You keep doing that thing you're doing. Okay, let's go check out the third one, and let's see what we got here. Let me open these. Let me see if Bridge is feeling like it's going to do its thing here. It's possible. Okay, Bridge is open. Okay. So we got 3 shots. Let's take a quick look here. These are actually really good. And I'll tell you what's good about them. First off, it's a really, really sharp shot.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd gotten down a little lower, like you're really shooting low, you could get rid of that fence line so much. The fence plays a pretty big role here.
Yeah.
It's really nice and sharp. Your colors are crisp. This is a good shot.
I mean, think about it. You've got everything in there. You've got the action. You
actually have a little more than you need, though. I think you have a little more than you need, because what do you need this guy? Now, look, these two are looking at the play.
Yes.
You got the ball in midair. I mean, you got a lot of good stuff going on here. But you also got random player over here you do not need.
I mean,
so I think if we can get rid of random player, we got a lot stronger picture.
Yeah, and you could even pull it in the other way if you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know how much we need to go, but maybe. All right. So this is a stronger picture than the one before, just by a little cropping. But I'm telling you what, your timing is great. You got nice, sharp, crisp shots. Your colors are vibrant, and these are like pro quality shots.
That's great.
Of kids, and that's tough to do. Now we have a class on that. Rob Foldy, who's with the Atlanta Falcons now, did a whole thing. But he was the team photographer for the Miami Marlins baseball team, and he's shot for everybody. Shot for Getty. And he's a great sports photographer. He is an underrated sports photographer. He is so good. But anyway, back to that's a great shot. Let me go back to where we were. This one's not quite as great. You've got that movement in the ball. I like the movement in the ball. I'm not as crazy about the movement in the hands. It's not. This is my least favorite, but it's still a good shot. I'm nitpicking.
It's still a good shot.
This one is money. Yeah. Man, this shot, it's so clean.
You're doing the peak moments of action.
Yep.
You're getting in tight. Even on the one that he was a little wider.
Yep, still.
She was a little wider.
Yep.
It was still, you were in tight to where the play was, like where the action was. Even that plume of smoke. I mean, great.
I'm telling you, this person's shooting lights out for kids sports.
Yeah, all you got to do is get up to high school and college, and
they are pro.
Then go to
this
pro.
Is pro quality kid
You're
photography.
Ready.
Good job. This is really good.
That's great.
I'm impressed. That shot right there, you'd kill to have that from a major league game. It's so clean. You don't have any messy background. I mean, it looks like they're playing at the national championship.
Oh yeah, the parent loves that shot.
Yay on you. All right. Coming up next, we've got more shots. Eric's going to stall. All kinds of stuff. That's all coming up in just a moment. Don't go away.
Howdy folks, Moose Peterson here on a beautiful balmy morning at 9 degrees up on Lolo Pass. This is the path that Lewis and Clark took west. Wintertime is a marvelous time to get out and photograph critters. You know, they're at their best many times when it comes to their pelts, and they have different kind of plumage. They're just busy doing that survival stuff, and you've got this gorgeous Christmas kind of atmosphere everywhere. But how do you take those pictures? More importantly, how do you do it comfortably, having fun and photographically successful? Because there's so many pitfalls that are out there waiting for you. And that's what I'm going to deal with. We're going to talk about things like clothing. You're going to learn you don't dress like me because I don't get cold. How do you prevent that? How do you go out and work with your gear in the cold weather? How do you bring it back in at night and not start that condensation cycle? How do you make sure you have a stable platform? What clothing do you need? How do you take care of yourself physically? And so much more. I mean, I'm going to cover a ton of this, as well as showing you the photographs, the do's and the don'ts, the possibilities, light your imagination, get you out here in the cold, embrace it, and have a lot of fun. So come and join me photographing critters in winters, exclusively here on Kelby One.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by B&H Photo, the professional source since 1973.
Hey, we're back, and Erik has important stuff to tell you.
Oh yeah, we do. Actually, I see a question here that Christina brought up that Larry H was asking is, what Sigma lens are you using for Astro shots, Erik? So the Sigma lens I was talking about was the 14 f1.8. That one is really, really nice lens. It is expensive. But your 14-1.8, the closest I get to that is a 14-2.8 with other brands. So that one is really sharp, really nice. It's very heavy, so it's not the most portable of lenses, but I'm telling you, that 14-1.8, I don't have it personally. I've rented it when I go out on Astro shoots. So I've rented it before, but I love that one. And then we got a bunch of people joining us. Like we were talking about, we got Lemworth joining us saying hello. Jack K from New Jersey saying hello. We got Mike from Phoenix, Arizona. Jerry from Washington State. Rick G from Columbus, Ohio. Deb saying hi to everybody from cool California. Judah saying hi. JC saying hi. Woody from Chicago saying hi. We got Little Herman from, I think, New Hampshire. Saying hi, and then we got Steve Everhart saying hi to the Grid Nation, and then Deb saying hi from happy belated birthday to Erik and Juan. Yep, we're only 1 day apart, I believe, right? And then Jerry G saying hi from Goodyear, Arizona. Ramona saying hi. Deb saying Deb saying hi. We got tons of people all over the world. So, and now Scott's ready to go, right?
Yeah, yep.
There we go.
All set. Okay.
Here we go. Line critiques.
Let's take a look here. We got some shots. Now, this person watermarked there, so, you know.
Yeah.
All right, can I tell you, and I'm just going to I'm going to be honest. I really like this. This is great.
You know, when that first came up, that's why I did the You know what it is? It's got this leading line into the shot.
Yes.
And then it's got the circles, the arches and the circles.
Yes.
It's just the way it's framed, and then the color.
Vibrant colors.
Oh,
and
the
it's
color.
Sharp, and you know what it is? It makes you want to be there.
Yes, I love it. I want to go there.
I love it. And this next one, I love the vibrance of, so this is cool. This photographer's thing is vibrant colors.
I love that technique with the
slow shutter speed.
Yes, I love that.
This is different.
That's the one I'm not crazy about.
I know, but can I tell you something? What I do like about it? I love the color scheme.
Love the color.
So this is a better shot than it looks at first. But unfortunately, if you have to kind of explain why it's good, it's not as good. But
yeah, I think it's just it's just too far in the vignette or the processing there.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it.
It's a little too far.
I like it, but
overall, great shots.
But I'm telling you what, this photographer has got a great sense of color.
Yes.
And composition. Right? And I'm just super digging their stuff. Okay. So that was easy.
I really love that first one.
Love your stuff. Keep it up. Good, good, good. All right. Let's see what else we got here, folks. All right. Let's see what we got. Here we go.
Fog.
So you know what I like? That this photographer likes atmospheric effects.
Yeah, atmospheric haze,
And see,
fog.
okay, so look at the last photographer we just looked at. He had a theme.
Vibrant color.
When you looked at his images, you were like, this
Or
is
her
the same,
images.
or her images. I don't know.
Their images.
Their images. You knew that it was the same photographer that took those. They have a
Yep.
theme. Look at this. This photographer, their stuff is very atmospheric
Yeah, it's got
and
that haze
soft
and
and hazy,
atmosphere.
and I like that. Now, I like the theme. The photos themselves, they're all right. They're not bad. They're nice.
They can hold their weight together as like that thing of like you had a few
Yeah, like a
photos that are
series.
like atmospheric, but
Right.
like none of them are like standout.
Yeah,
Like,
they worked as a group.
Yes.
But I think so what I would tell this photographer, if you want to take things to the next level, take exactly what you're doing and find a little bit of a more interesting subject, right? Because I mean, it's sun coming up over some trees on a foggy day. That's nice, and your colors are nice. But it's still not a wow photo, right? Same thing with this one. This is nice. I like your landscapey better than the architecturally. And it's crooked too, so there's 5 points off for being crooked.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can fix that real quick.
There is a program that'll do it. Go
There's
to
a
this
few of
little
them.
rotate slider. Go somewhere about there-ish. So you can see it was crooked. Okay, but anyway. And this is nice. I think this is probably the strongest one of the three as far as composition and what we're looking at, but I'm not quite sure what we're looking at. So you're really going in the right direction. I love that you're choosing a theme and that you're drawn to that. Take what you're doing and just go, all right, I want to be someplace really amazing when they have fog. And that, I know that's not easy. But photography, to make the kind of photos you want to make, is just, it's not easy.
Photography's not easy.
You'll wind up going to the same spot numerous times and it's never there. I remember being at a class with Bill Fortney, and I was one of the teachers. It was a landscape class. I think we were in Savannah, Georgia, I think. Maybe we were in Colorado. I don't know. We were someplace. We're up in the mountains somewhere. And Bill's got an incredible collection of photos. And one of the students asked, how do you get photos like you're getting? Like, how did you get that perfect day at the barn? And how'd you get this? And how'd you do that? And he goes, you go there 20 times. And one of those times is going to be that magical moment. But I went to those places again and again and again where I got shots that were kind of like, meh. And then finally, boom, I had that great sky and the great light, and it all came together. If you're going to be shooting landscapes, it's not for wusses.
But landscapes, that's the game with it.
That's the game.
And that's why people are getting into sky replacements, because landscape's hard.
Yeah, but I do like where they're going. I think there's a lot of good stuff going on there. Okay.
Oh, I love fog.
Can I pause for
atmosphere.
1 second? I want to make absolutely certain that these three photos are from the same photographer, because one of them is so out of character that I just got to make sure that I didn't just grab the wrong one. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you never know when you're using the bridge.
I think
You never know when you're using the bridge if it's even going to work.
Right. I think it's the same photographer. So here we go.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot tell you how much I love this shot right here. I cannot even tell you. This is.
I knew you were going to love that
dude,
shot.
I freaking love this shot.
You love those
because,
shots.
well, first off, if you
love
just
that.
cropped it down to the opera house, I would love it. But dude, this is a scene from backstage, and it's so clean and it's so well composed. This is just lights out. I just love this photo. I love this photo.
I love that photo.
Long
That's my
exposure,
favorite.
interesting colors. This is just a really well composed. This is really good.
And
this
it really
is
works
really
how
good.
you have the.
This is nothing. That's why I'm not sure this is.
That one's kind of the outlier. Yes.
Yeah.
The outlier.
Okay. Don't ever Don't ever point your camera in this direction again. Go back
But
indoors.
I can see the style that they're going for, and why. See how the bridge is.
I was just kidding when I said that.
What it comes down to is they're really into that lines and linear and all that
but
stuff.
that's just
this one
kind of a
didn't
mess.
work as much as the other ones worked.
This is
well.
beautiful, and this is fantastic.
Yeah, those worked really well.
These are both just tremendous shots, and this one
It doesn't belong.
these are really good, and this one.
Yeah, I even like the last one. It's weird
Dude,
that
this
the
is
horizon's right in the middle, but it so works.
It's really not in the middle.
Yeah, but it's like,
middle-ish, but watch, I'm going to show you. Let me bring up the cropping thingy. And so the middle is right here. So it's below middle.
yeah.
But
Meaning it's like it's just in a spot where it just
but you
works.
know what? Sometimes middle is the perfect place.
Yeah. It just works.
Like there's it right in the middle. It still works.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just I love it.
Yeah. Great
That
job.
first
Holy
one,
cow.
Get rid of
Holy cow.
in that set.
Hey, did
at
we tell
least.
people how to win stuff?
Yes.
Like, can we tell them again?
Yes, we can.
All right.
So basically, to win any of the prizes, just leave us comments. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you want to win, or just any questions that you would have. Any questions or comments about that. Anytime you enter and leave a comment, you're entered to win the contest. So there you go.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Go for
Moving
it.
on. Here's an image. And number 2. And number 3.
I really like the first one.
Yeah, the first one is far and away
really
the best
like that one.
I think a little cropping could help this. This
Yes.
looks like you're going down into like a Subway or something. So remember, eat fresh. No, just kidding. Get a $5 foot long while you're there. No, I would just crop this so you don't see this other stuff over here, because that's not helping your shot. So you have this instead. Like there was that other thing just hanging out there, just wasn't helping. It's just,
Yeah, they were trying to keep the person kind of in the middle.
yeah, don't put them in the middle. It's this. This is a much stronger crop. However, that's not where our issues lie. This one's kind of it's
Yes,
not killer, but it's good.
That's good.
These are nothing. These are I'm just going to be straight. This is nothing. Because there's a great book by Jay Maisel called Light, Gesture, and Color. And Jay Maisel is probably the most famous street photographer in history. A living legend, cool guy. And Jay's book, Light, Gesture, and Color, his seminal work, basically says for a photo to be special, it needs to have either great light, which these photos do not have. They need to have amazing color, like some amazing color contrast, like person wearing a yellow raincoat in front of a red wall, some really cool, interesting color. Or it needs to have a gesture that is unusual, something you wouldn't normally see, and you're like, wow, what are they doing? That's interesting. Now, Jay says that's the basis. From there, you have building blocks where you take two of those things, like amazing color and a gesture, or amazing light and amazing color, and sometimes you have a picture that's really special, that has amazing light, great color, and an incredible gesture. And Jay's book is, you see these images and you're like, how did he get these?
That's a trifecta.
What you've taken here are, I'm walking down the street, oh, there's a person, click. Oh, look over there.
Well,
click.
and another thing, you bring it up. So, go back to the last one or the middle one, or no, yeah, that one. So if you look at the 3 people in the middle, right? They're doing something that you maybe could start to consider, but you've got 2 other people that are looking at you. We can see that they're looking at you, taking the picture, and then you got 3 people that aren't. Right there, like that's just for the street photo. It's no longer, they're just looking at you. It's just kind of weird.
And there's no good light. There's no interesting gesture. What is the interesting thing that people are doing on this train? Nothing. They're looking at their phones.
Yeah.
There's a guy looking at another guy looking at his phone. This is all day, every day, regular stuff. This is, guys, street photography is not a get out of jail free thing to get crappy photos.
Yeah, just because you're using a Leica camera or just because you're using you turn it black and white doesn't make it like an awesome street photo.
Yeah, this is a photo of nothing. This is a photo of just, yep, I was on the subway. Yep, I was in a market. This one's going in the right direction. You're trying to make something here. You're using lines and you're using a graphic look and it's interesting.
Shadows.
And these are they're just snapshots. I'm sorry. Your spouse isn't going to tell you. Your friends aren't going to tell you. We're going to tell you.
Now, I do think in that scene there was something.
What?
You just had to work it. I don't know. It is interesting, like the one guy looking at the other guy and then the reflection, but it's not interesting enough to say.
Is that like a really unusual gesture? A guy looking at another guy on his phone?
What I'm saying, there could have been a moment. It's just not this moment, and this is just. I took my phone and this is like I could take this
like
just
phone
the phone.
picture.
I just pushed the button.
Yeah, you need to go look at some street photography.
Yes.
You know who you need to go look at? You know who's really got amazing street photography? Give me 1 second. Ali Rajabi.
Oh yeah.
Ali Rajabi's street photography is about something. Like, he's got photos of light, now he just became a Hasselblad master. Why did he? From taking street photography. Because he's doing those things that Jay Maisel said to do. It's
great
hard.
It's hard. It's
just
hard.
hard.
It's just like you're talking about landscape photography. This would go like, and I know we've said this before, and I keep on saying that term of photography is hard. Like, it's easy, as you could see in the beginning with the wildlife photography, it's easy to take a photo. Like, you could take the photo and technically it can be all right and it can be all perfect and fine. But to actually make the photo, so with landscape photography, you got to wake up and you got to go out there 10 times. With street photography, I mean, when we were out, I remember the one thing I took away with Jay is Jay will just work it. He will sit there, he'll see that there's potential, like I was talking about, and then he'll sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours just sitting there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, snap, I'm walking down here, snap. Like, spend 3 hours in one location and then see what one photo, just try to get one photo you're going to walk away.
I just searched for Ali Rajabi, ALIRAJABI on Google, and it took me to the Hasselblad Masters page.
Yeah.
But if you look at his images, look at the light. Like, the light is amazing. Look at this photo up top right here. Right? And this photo, I was there when he won, I think, what was it, $14,000 prize for this photo at a competition in Dubai. He was there. I was there getting an award. He was too. He took like, I think, 14 grand for this picture that won in a category. And it's got an interesting light and just an interesting scene, and it's not a snapshot. It's,
how it's leading everything
and
down.
Dude, this picture right here, it's the light and it's the color. He's got a really great
you know what would totally destroy that? If any one of those 4 people was looking right at his camera.
Yeah, that would destroy it.
Just destroy it.
But it's you got to study the work of real street photographers, because just taking pictures of people that just snores, and making it black and white doesn't make it art. It's just okay.
Again,
coming up next,
just because you're using film and a rangefinder camera doesn't mean it's good. I've seen that so much. It's
okay,
like,
that's the quote of the week. Eric just had the tweet of the week. Go ahead and tweet this. Say it again, Eric.
Just because you're using a rangefinder camera and I forget what I said.
Like traditional film.
And shooting on film doesn't make it a good photo, a street photo. You know?
All right.
It's so bad.
Come back in just a moment for more fun and images on the grid.
Hey, Rick Salmon here. Thank you so much for joining me for my 25th class here on Kelby One Backyard Bird Photography and Beyond. Now, when it comes to learning, This class features more than 250 slides, and each slide is backed up with either a photography tip, a wildlife tip, or a Photoshop tip. So by the end of the class, I really think that you'll learn a lot. So my friends, let the learning begin. And by the way, there are also 2 reasons why this class is called Backyard Bird Photography and Beyond. 1, I'll show you how to get great bird photographs like this cardinal just about to take off in and around your backyard. And 2, when you go beyond your backyard, you can use these tips to get great photos while traveling to nearby ponds, lakes, and wildlife centers. For more bird and wildlife tips, check out my latest class on kelby1.com.
Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. My name is Sir Germany. I'm a French photographer living in Los Angeles, California, and I'm a fine art artist. I love Sneak Peek because you can host all your photos online. You can share the best one through albums with incredible privacy settings. For example, you can just share an album to like 3 people or for just a number of hours. They have amazing watermarking on the fly where you can just change your mind and watermark and redo the watermark or take it out, and it's instant on all your photos. Having an official portfolio is so vital today. Now they have an amazing launching deal where for just taking the basic subscription we're offering now, which is roughly $15 a month, you're gonna get a professional designer to do your website for you. All you have to do is fill in a form with a few data and you're good to go. A designer will design your website for you. So if you don't like web design, this is a great opportunity. I think we're better off taking photos and learning how to do HTML and CSS and getting the most perfect website ever. I mean, even if you were to go the route of WordPress, which I did for many years, having a WordPress is free, but you need to host the WordPress. And a good hosting service is between $10 to $20 a month. So all you have to do is click the link below and get the offer. You will get this special price, which is 50% off for the first year, but you're gonna get it for life. So get it now. I love my Sneak Peek website. I love the business that it drives me, and I want the same success for you. Get it now.
For over 20 years, leading software developer Boris FX has made its mark on the film and television industry. Now, for the first time, our Academy and Emmy Award-winning visual effects tools are available for photographers. Welcome to Optics. Optics is a collection of 160 filters for Photoshop and Lightroom. Simply apply the effect and launch the interface. Optics features thousands of customizable and creative presets for photo editing and effects layering. The top tools include lens flares for cinematic looks, realistic night skies with star fields and moon generator, add lightning with on-screen interactive control. The Easy Mask tool creates masks with just a few clicks. Optics is available now as a plugin for Photoshop and Lightroom and includes the standalone application for macOS and Windows. Get Optics now for 15% off. Visit borisfx.com, add Optics to your cart, and apply coupon code KELBY15.
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Canon.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let me just finish a little housekeeping here. And we are back, ready to roll. Let me make sure that we're on a new set of photos. You guys ready? Erik, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Everyone emotionally ready?
Ready.
Here
Getting out my film camera.
Wait a second. Here we go. You got your film camera loaded,
I got
Erik?
it loaded.
All right, good. That's helpful. All right, here's our next one.
First thing. So all I saw at first was Dunedin. That's all I saw.
Well, this is an interesting thing. And we talk about this a lot in composition things. And it was Jay Maisel, in fact, that was the first one brought to my attention, was when you have text in a photo, we are programmed to read it. We're programmed to read it and decide how it relates to the image. If you wanted Dunedin to be a part of that, now this is not Dunedin, Florida, I don't think.
No, but I believe there is a
Dunedin,
Scotland.
Right, yeah, I think there's one in Scotland. I like this picture. I like the tones a lot. I like
love
the blue hour.
I love the tones. I love
the tones.
I even love how they balanced everything.
Yep,
like
the leading lights.
Now, that could be a comp on the moon, but still, if you balanced it,
well, it has to
great.
be a comp on the moon.
Yeah, no, I mean, you could.
I mean, you could do two.
You could balance that at twilight. I mean, you could. It'd be hard.
I think you're going to get a white ball there. But I don't know. Maybe you're the astrophotographer, so I'm not gonna.
I will say
let
this:
that
they did a good job. If it is, they did a good job.
And this one, I like the low angle. I like the graphic nature of it, and I love the light and the reflections. It's very, very nicely done. This is my least favorite of the three, only because you could have used a longer exposure and it would have made it a lot better. But it's still nicely done. It's not on par with these two, which I think are really, really good. Also, it's further away. Like these have some impact because of the closeness to the subject, and this is a little further away. It's still nice, but I don't think nearly as.
I love that first one. It just the Dunedin just screams out to me. That's the only problem with that one.
Well, if you want that to be part of it, that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, but anyway, I think this you're doing everything right here. Nice composition.
Yeah.
Good
but you're
light,
right, that last one it's not long enough. It's too far away.
Yeah, you know what? If we see an issue with long exposures, it's almost 99.9% of the time it's just not a long enough exposure. So in other words, you did this at night at f/22 and that's what you got.
Well, you know what too? It's also if I saw that alone and not the other two, because the other two are really good.
Yeah, very good.
And then you kind of went to that and it's kind of like
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, your 2 out of 3 are hits.
Yeah.
This isn't a miss.
Yeah.
These are like home runs, and this is like a second
and they probably
base.
They definitely increased the size of the moon, and then again the exposure. But I think it's done well. It's done really well.
Yeah.
I really like it.
All right, good job. All right, let's see who's next. Do. All right, here we go. What is that? The O2, right? Is that what it is? The O2? Is that the name of that in London? The O2?
I think so.
That is St. Peter's Basilica? No. St. Paul's.
One of those saints.
One of those two. That's nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Tower Bridge. The Tower Bridge is the least of mine, but I really do like all of these. I like this one.
I like all of them.
I like all of them. Yeah. I mean, for travel stuff, it's good. Very nice.
I like the Tower Bridge one just because it's something you usually don't see.
Yeah, you don't see those colors with the Tower Bridge.
They waited for. I mean, well, they got the bus there in the middle.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
I'm going to give them a high five. It's a little extra vibrant.
Yeah, it's a little cooked.
I could uncook it just a hair. Let's go to vibrance here and just pull it back a little bit. Just go to vibrance and pull it back a little bit. And maybe increase the contrast a little so the front doesn't look so washed out. Now you got to do the vibrance back a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's not like night and day what I did here, but let's just go look at the side by side. Yeah. I'm not sure I did it a whole lot better. But anyway, good job. Nicely done.
I like it.
Gosh, it's break time again.
We got
to do one more. We got to do one more.
It's always break time.
I know it's always break time.
With these shows, it's always break time.
It's always break time. All right. Hang on. Let's do another, and then we'll go to break. Well, these are all different, but I like all of them.
Yeah, they're all different, but and good in their own ways. Like, love the light there.
Yeah, you know what? I wish, and I don't know if it needs like a horizontal lens adjustment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, I like this. You know what I love? I love a photo that makes you want to be there, and I think that's when you're doing a travel shot.
Yeah, I want to. That's exactly what I thought. Is like I want to walk in there right now.
I'm just going to go see.
The only thing would have made that better is like somebody just. It would have been really cool. Somebody sitting at that table, like having just a really interesting pose. But
yeah, I'm not going to be able to really.
But overall, I love it.
Undo that.
I love it.
Auto correction, even just the auto. Oh, look at the auto correction. That helped. That actually did it better than what I was going to do. And maybe a slight bit of rotation more.
Yeah, that did help a lot.
Now
it doesn't look like it's falling back.
Right. Now, I will tell you this. I would do something to it that is probably not. Now, maybe this is just bothering me. Does it bother you that that sign up top is crooked? Like everything else looks now right, but that sign looks funky. Oh, two things look funky.
Yeah, the one thing
right.
about it is I kind of know that it's like an old place, so I know things aren't going to be straight and crooked and proper.
It's got a lens distortion issue. I don't know what kind of camera they use. We're going to choose Canon, and then I'm going to take some of that distortion out. The image is bulging out. You know what I mean? It's bulging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what lens they use. I don't think it was a 10-22. I don't imagine.
You could just go into the distortion and just kind of like
yeah,
try to
it
take
needs
it
a
out.
little more. But anyway, that kind of helps. But here's what I would definitely. This is going to be big time cheating. Don't hold it against me. But what I would do. Let's open it. It won't even open in Photoshop. That's nice. Nice bridge. Look, open. I'm going to hit open. Open. And nothing happens.
Nothing.
I'll just drag it to Photoshop manually.
You know what it is they don't think you really want to open it.
All right. So I think what I would do here, I might mess with the color a little too. It looks a little green. I think I go towards warmer tones and maybe, all right, I would fix that sign, even though I know that's how it really is. I know it's really crooked like that, but I'm going to be fixing that.
We're going to cheat it.
There we go. So look, that was driving me crazy. I'd be fixing that. Now that's not the greatest fix you're going to see.
To me, it was just to me, I think it's more, my eye just went, it's kind of this old world place, and
and
they never put stuff up crooked or straight. Look at the ground there; it's all crooked.
Yeah. No, I'm cool, but it would just bother me.
No, I totally get you. Though.
It's like the picture that hangs in your house.
That's the thing is, if it's bothering you, you definitely should take it out.
I would warm it up some too, like maybe like this. Just warming, a little more contrasty, and I think you're there. All right, so now let's go back and look at the original, which is still a good shot. So don't get me wrong here. I just want to go to the original and let's go back to the untouched version, which would be to go to open reset to default.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see if we can open that. If it'll let it open it in Photoshop. So you see how blue it is, and it's kind of blue and dark. So by making it warmer,
so give it some life
and straightening it, I think that little stuff makes a difference, though, right?
It's the life, it's the post-processing, and then definitely the whole image was just kind of leaning back, falling back.
You know, one other thing, I'm going to try this. I don't know, but this is a trick I've done a million times, and I've been really happy with it. Duplicate the layer, switch to multiply mode, then hide the multiply layer. So I held the Option key on Mac, the Alt key on Windows. So the darker version of this photo is hidden behind that mask. I'm going to go and get the brush, and I'm going to paint it in the inside, just the inside. Now it's going to be too dark to start, but then you dial in the right amount.
Yes, we're going to use the opacity.
Yeah, you adjust the opacity. But I'm telling you what, you get a nice warmth out of multiply mode.
Oh, yes.
And this is very quick.
That's what it's doing.
And I'm going to just lower it a little till it looks right. Maybe there. Maybe a little less.
Yeah.
I just want the inside to look more.
And I know there's a
warm
reason.
And inviting.
This was a great image. And that's why you worked on that, because you see there was a great image in there. Yeah. There was a great image in there. It just needed that little bit of post-processing to bring it out.
Fix that corner there.
And that's what happens with a lot of images. And that's when you get better at that. You start seeing that, there's a great image in there. I just got to bring it out.
Yep, because the image is already great.
Yeah. Well, it was you knew that if you took it to that next level. Yeah,
I threw a little edge vignette again because it was kind of.
I'm telling you, you want to go there. You just want to go there.
Yeah. Good shot, though. So I spent a little more time than I probably should have. Okay, let's go back and the other shots. This is very nice, classic Venice shot. Would have been great with a long exposure on that water, but still very nicely done. I've seen a lot of shots of the Grand Canal like this. I know right where this is, and they did a very nice job. I've seen a lot of shots that don't come out as nice as this. And this is a very nice, these are, what, aspens?
Aspens, yeah.
That's a very nice graphical leading line. I like it. I like it.
Well,
Good job.
they're telling us we got to take a break.
God, rats, break.
We
All
always
right,
have to take a
when we
break.
come back, we're going to look at a couple more. We're going to look at, we have 5 images left. We're going to do rapid fire.
All right.
Rapid fire. Whoosh, when we come back.
Hey there, my name is Brett Malley. I'm a Kelby 1 instructor, and you should take a look at my latest class on advanced landscape compositing. In this class, we really take landscape compositing to a whole other creative level, where you get to imagine it and create it from all the different pieces of landscape images in your archive. So check it out right here on Kelby 1.
Would you believe us if we told you that you could fit studio lighting in your pocket? Well, Lytra has made it possible. Lytra is a global award-winning brand that designs and manufactures professional-grade camera lights that are compact, rugged, and waterproof. Whether you're using Lytra gear in a photo studio or underwater, Lytra's mission is to provide content creators with flexible and unlimited lighting tools that can mount on any camera, anywhere. Their lights come with a high CRI or color rendering index, making them some of the most color accurate lights in the industry. Due to the light's compact and rugged design, photographers are able to use the lights in ways that their studio lighting never could. Lytra has also made multiple lighting accessories available to fit your every need as a creator. Whether you're shooting portraits, nailing a product shot, or even flying your drone, they have got you covered. Lytra enables photographers and filmmakers to focus on their craft and create something beautiful. What will you create?
This segment of The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the world's most compact tripod base.
Make sure you don't miss any episodes of The Grid by subscribing to Apple's podcast app or iTunes. It's free, and we even have a special audio-only version too. So sign up today.
All right, we're back. Good news. There was only 4 folders left, not 5, because the 5th one's empty. I went into it, there's like nothing there. So let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Ooh, I like this. I like this.
I like that.
I like this photographer.
Yeah. You got some
Very
interesting
nicely
stuff.
done. This is a very interesting composition because this has got the foggy atmosphere. But the way it's composed, it leads you to that tree over there with the negative space,
reflection.
leads you to the tree. You got great reflections. This is that next level for that photographer earlier.
Yeah, the foggy atmosphere person earlier.
Yep.
This is the foggy atmosphere.
Yep, this is it done right. This has got a clear subject. It leads your eye. The colors are beautiful. And it's not just like it's a brown. It's got a really nice pastel-y. It looks like a painting. It's very, very nicely done. And I love the cropping. This is very nicely done. I'm going to leave the Astro part to Erik.
Oh,
Erik?
no, but it's very nicely done. I mean, I love how you, everything. I mean, you got the light pollution leading you to the tree. It's the same way the fog in the last one is leading you to the tree. I mean, you know, so
Yep.
you've got that. You've got, I mean, with the composition.
It's a clean
and
silhouette,
then,
too.
Yeah, and
Now,
that's what's great. Yeah.
If I was going to nitpick something, I think would make this photo stronger. It's just me. I would clone out that bottom branch.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And that tree would be so unique, right? It would be clean.
Yeah, there's also one
little bit of
thing on
junk
the
over
ridge
here.
there. Yeah, right, that thing on the
Get
ridge
rid of
there.
this little thing over here on the right. Get rid of that little junk right there, and I think you got a star shot.
Yeah, but that's great.
That's great.
It's great using the light pollution the way you did.
This is my least favorite of the 3. And Erik, what did they do wrong with their long exposure?
It's just not long enough.
It's just not long enough.
If it was longer,
All
it'd
right.
be a lot silkier.
Guys, here's what you need. Here we go. Here we go. What we need is a 10-stop minimum, but ideally a 10-stop and a 3-stop. 10-stop and a 3-stop. You screw the 3 on top of the 10, and you can go for 14 minutes in the middle of the day. It's incredible. And, I just started using the ones from Breakthrough Photography. Their color fidelity is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah?
Best I've ever seen. And I was using hiatus filters before,
Yes.
which are also very good. But Breakthroughs is that next level of quality. So their website is breakthrough.photography. Get a 10-stop, then turn around and get a 3-stop. And get the round ones unless you have to get a square. because they're just easier to use, and you screw them right on top of each other and stuff. But if you have one of those bulbous lenses, you don't have a choice. You're going to put a anyway. Go check their stuff out.
If you get up there, you could just push it a little bit farther, because once you start stacking too at those high numbers, it really jumps how long of an exposure you need.
All right, here we go. Next, 3 images. Let's go.
Parachutes.
Looks like the same parachute.
Yeah. I like them.
All right, obviously a very good photographer.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing, and you're using light well. I'm not crazy about the parachute, and I love a parachute dress, but I don't think.
Could it be the way they're using the parachute?
Yeah, yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I don't think you're. You know who you got to go see? Is it Sal Sincata?
Yeah.
Is it Sal that? No, JB Salih.
Yeah, they all do it well.
Right. So it may be JB Sally. I think it's JB Sally.
Yes.
Go JB. So it's the initial J, the initial B. Now Sal Sincata does stuff too. He's so good. He's very, very good. And anything he does looks. Every time you see him, you're like, yeah, he's good. JB is also very good.
But yeah,
he
that's the thing.
is,
I think what you're seeing is just the way they're using it.
Yes. Go see how they're using big dresses and big scrims and things like parachute dresses, because I like where you're going, and you're doing all the other stuff right.
That's the technical wise.
Yeah,
lighting wise.
Yes.
That stuff. I don't think you're worried about that, right?
You're doing the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So good job. I like where you're going, and I see big things. It's just you got to get more out of the dress. Okay. Next shot. We only got 2 left. Here we go.
So that's it. So thanks. I made the parachute dress myself. Yeah, the dress is really cool. It's the way it's being used. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Hey.
And look at
Unmesh is in the house.
Unmesh saying good to see you. Hey, Unmesh.
Unmesh. All right. Unmesh Dinda.
Yeah.
Great guy. And great teacher, and just a cool guy. Just really a very talented person. Mm-hmm. And he's so young. It just really makes me angry.
I've had some great meals with Unmesh too.
Yeah, we've had some great meals. Come back. When we can all fly again.
Yeah, definitely.
Erik and I want to go to India, and we want you to come back here because we've got more restaurants. We got some new restaurants too.
Oh yeah,
some good stuff. Okay, good to see you in there. Gary P says thanks for the honest critique. Gary, I don't know which images were yours. I don't know if we gave you a good one or a bad one or whatever, but we gave you an honest one.
We gave you an honest one, yeah.
So, all right, here we go. So I wanted you to see this one, these bigger. So here we go. This person's got the composition stuff down.
Yeah.
Like their composition is great.
Got
a boneyard shot
I love
here.
that one. Yeah.
The boneyard shot is great. It's I'm not as crazy about the post-processing on this one, but that's just a personal taste thing. But their composition, the way they got the repeating pattern and stuff is really nice. I love this. This is just really nicely
good detail.
done.
Yeah.
And this is very clever. This is a good
photographer.
Yeah,
the only thing I'm not crazy about the post, but I like the photos.
The post only bothers me on this one because they look like almost like
maybe
copper.
On the other ones it's just because it's too like either silvery or too
this one's okay.
Magenta.
But you know what? You could back off a little bit.
Yeah.
If you could go and make it more of a sepia, just back off the vibrance a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
And same thing with this one. You could back off those blues a little bit.
Back off the blues. That's what it is. Just a little too much for me.
Yeah, just a little bit too much vibrance. But I'm
that's
telling
just me.
you.
That's everybody's gonna have their different things.
I look at a lot of aviation shots. These are very nicely composed.
Very nice.
I mean, this is like a clinic in composition for detail shots of planes.
Yeah,
so
detail.
Very, very well done. I think we have one more. Let's go see. All right. I recognize this, the Burj Khalifa, I believe that is. This is really nicely. So we usually say don't shoot up tall buildings, but I think why this works so well is because they're so close to it. Right?
And it's also probably the building too, and the way that building is designed, with the way it staggers.
And the color is outstanding. This is just a really nice composition, nicely done. He did a good job of, look at the glow kind of around the outside edge. It's got a blue glow. This is just really nice. I was there. I wish I had taken this shot. Well, that's kind of interesting. So this is in Abu Dhabi. It's the world's biggest mosque. It's beautiful. I've been there, and I wish I had this shot. I just love it's a behind-the-scenes shot, but it's done at the quality of the real thing. That's very, very nicely done. And this is more like what I see on Instagram. So
Right, yeah.
nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It's nicely processed. It's okay. These two, I think you really have something interesting and neat going there. And I like your architectural stuff a lot. I think your architectural stuff is really strong.
Yeah.
This is nice. It's cute, and I like the little tag on the back and all. It's very cute.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of just like
these are spot on. Good job. Good job. He's really got a good eye for the architectural stuff, which is hot. All right. Udmesh says, Scott, I'm still waiting for the book you were going to write on burgers. It's an app. It's an app I'm going to do on burgers.
Yes.
Yeah. Getting someone to build the app.
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Been challenging. All right, we've got some winners. Eric, who's winning stuff today?
So we got Turgay's winning the Boris Effects.
Woo!
We got David Crooks winning the Goosenecks. Jeff for Napa's winning the Slick Pick. Ken G is winning Rick Salmon's book. And then Craig B is getting the landscape book. So.
All right.
There we
How
go.
do they claim
just
their
email said gridprize@kelby1.com. We'll verify your information and send you your prize.
There you go. All right. Let's see if anything interesting happened that I would need to share. I'm working on the song Rocket Man in my studio, and I had to learn slide guitar to do the.
Oh, yes.
And I think it's gonna be, and it worked. I've never played slide. And somebody wrote a transcription, so I knew where to put it on the neck. I'd never really played slide, but I owned one. I had
that's a great part of that song.
It is the best, but there's a lot of slide in there.
Yeah.
Because it goes, burning up his fuse aren't here alone. It goes, and I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
Well, speaking of rockets, I just got word a little while ago that might have 2 rocket launches in one night. So
Really?
yeah, tonight.
2 different pads?
Yeah, 2 different pads, landing on 2 different drone ships out in the middle of the ocean.
Really?
We'll see. I'm not holding out. That's
You know what?
a long shot.
I want you to shoot the landing. And I know you've done it coming down over the trees.
We've tried.
Come on.
Somebody knows somebody that can get
Somebody
clearance.
knows somebody at SpaceX.
Come on.
That can get
We
Eric
want to shoot the landing.
a remote camera set up to shoot the landing.
I mean, I'll sacrifice anything.
He'll let a camera die.
Yeah, I will let a camera die.
He will let a camera die to mount something on.
Yes.
What is the one called? There's one of them. I forgive you. What is it
So,
called?
of course, I still love you.
Of course, I still love you.
And just read the instructions is the other one.
Yeah, to mount a camera on it. Somebody watching knows somebody at SpaceX. Hook Eric up. Now, while you're there, somebody out there knows somebody at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's in my hometown.
Yeah.
I have no way to shoot
Hook
it.
Scott up.
I got no win. Hook me up.
If you hook Scott up, just give me a. I'll just stand there on the sideline and run his cards or whatever.
Yeah, hook us up. We'll do live from the grid. The grid live from the Super Bowl.
Boy, though, I did hear big news on that front. You know, they're not going to be firing the cannons at the game.
They're not?
Yes, it's in
Too big of a home field advantage.
home field advantage thing. So I said, you know what we need to do? All us Tampa fans, we need to go get some fireworks and mortars, and every touchdown,
And we get inside the
just
20.
start lighting the fireworks all over
Look.
Tampa Bay.
Eric, let's be honest. Tom Brady's just not that good in the Super Bowl. He gets to the Super Bowl and he chokes.
I guess you're trying to play that. Yeah, we're playing that. Yeah, we're just gonna like downplay it. Or,
Yeah, no, he's not. He's just not.
It's not gonna be great.
He's not
Yeah,
like a clutch player.
No, not at all.
And we're not there because of him. It's just
Not at all.
He just happened to get lucky and get on the right team at the right time.
Oh boy, you should have seen me 2 weeks ago. That game. Oh, it was crazy.
Man, it was great. It's been great. It's been a long time since it's been fun to be a Buccaneers fan. It's been a long time. Our one and only Super Bowl was 2002, and we've only made one other playoff, and we lost immediately. So to just ride this pony all the way from the wild card all the way through, we're very excited in Tampa.
I've been waiting for that.
We know that it's because of Tom Brady. We're well aware of it. But he does have a great team around him. Gronk has been great. And Gronk put up crazy numbers like this season.
I think, again, and then we're getting way off subject here, but if the defense comes to play, we got
Our defense,
really good.
Our
really
defense
good
won our
chance.
last Super Bowl for us.
Yes.
So,
but if they just come, just show up.
we still
show
have
up like
we
we've
still
been
have Tom
doing.
Brady. We can he can carry the team.
Well, that's
on
what I'm
his
saying.
back.
Tom Brady, he's got it. He's got
Tom
that
Brady's-
side of it.
His job is good. He's probably going to keep his job.
I hope those guys are living
Anyway,
in a bubble, though.
I want to thank all the photographers who sent in images. I know that even though your name isn't shared, it is still gut-wrenching to have someone give you an honest critique. I've had them, and I tell you what, if you take them in the right way, it will grow you and you'll get better. You know, having someone tell you, look, this is kind of, it makes a difference. And I've had some brutally honest critiques, and I look back on them, and I'm glad I had every one of them. Every one of them, the person giving the critique was trying to move us further down the road, trying to move me further down the road in my career. So I'm very grateful to all those folks who did it. I'm grateful to those folks who sent in images, and hope you take it in the right vein of we're trying to make you better. Erik, any last words, comments? Family Apples and Flounder? Nothing?
No, I think we're good.
All right, next Wednesday, I have no idea what we're doing, but it's something, and it'll be here live on the grid. Thanks, everybody. Take care. We'll catch you next week.